This story right here is absolutely vile, disgusting. The amount of hate you have to have in your heart to do this to somebody, especially somebody that you supposedly love or care about, is crazy. See, the real problem that we need to talk about more is all the negative effects of the feminist movement, because feminism has taken such a completely dark turn that misandry is the real issue that we really need to focus on. Misandry is now the aftermath of a lot of this feminist rhetoric that's been pushed over the past few decades. And it's to the point now that women are doing things like this, putting bleach in their husband's coffee, for example, or setting them up or unaliving them. I mean, there's so many different things, there's so many different stories, but I want you guys to watch this. Let me know what you think.
So at this point, Robbie realizes what's happening, that his wife is poisoning him. But he's still stationed in Germany and wants to report the crimes in the US, so he pretends to keep drinking the coffee. Robbie told investigators he prepared his coffee every night, so all he needed to do in the morning was turn on the machine. But between the evening when Robbie would prep his coffee and the following morning when he turned on the coffee maker, Melody snuck in and poisoned the water. Here you can see it on video. Melody checks to make sure Robbie has already prepped the coffee maker and then grabs something from under the sink before pouring it into the machine. That something that Melody grabbed from under the sink was bleach. By June 2023, the family had returned to the United States, where Robbie was stationed at an Air Force base in Tucson, Arizona. He set up more cameras there too that capture Melody in the act, pouring something into the coffee pot and looking over her shoulder to see if anyone's watching. Some of the cameras were disguised as fire alarms and placed in the laundry room and kitchen area. Melody is caught on camera multiple times appearing to pour bleach in the laundry room, walking into the next room, and then pouring it into the coffee maker.
This in. It smells. I can smell it. Oh, I can smell it. Soapy. Watch this. Guaranteed. You're gonna see purple. Boom. Wow.
Beyond just the chemical tests, Robbie shows how soapy the coffee maker becomes when water is added.
And as strong as it's been. I've been rinsing about it at least 7 or 8 times. It's still very slightly bubbly, soapy. She was off today. She didn't work. Today's the most that I'm having to clean it. Whatever's in there, there's a lot of it.
And on top of that, he says he could smell the bleach coming from the machine.
Looks like the bleach has a new location. That purple lid is now over here. Let's see what it smells like. No smell. Doesn't smell. Like I do every day, I clean this thing out after I test it. This back is very slippery right now from after I rinsed. It smells like bleach.
Melody was arrested on July 18th and later indicted by a grand jury for first-degree attempted murder. This week, she pleaded guilty to lesser charges.
It indicates that on about July 11th, that you intended to harm, is it Robbie Johnson, by adding or mingling poison or chemical compounds to water to your drink. How do you plead, guilty or not guilty? Guilty.
Honestly, I'm disgusted by the amount of stories that have been going around about stuff like this that are similar to stories just like this. And what's even worse and what makes me so mad is the fact that a lot of these women get away. They get away with what they did. All they have to do is plead insanity. They say, oh, I'm depressed. Oh, it's postpartum. I mean, the excuses are endless. And it's not to take away that maybe someone is going through postpartum, but why do we always use the same excuses? And I wish there were more women trying to hold other women accountable. You know, they're not listening to the men. So the women that are actually not thinking like this need to speak up and speak out about it. This is absolutely crazy that it's gone this bad. And that's not even talking about the women that are unaliving their children. And we're not talking about the unborn right now, because that's a whole nother door to open up. But the amount of crimes being committed by women and they just get away is crazy. She's supposed to get sentenced tomorrow, May 10th. And she may only get up to 4 years, or she will be released because of time served. You tried to kill your husband by putting bleach in his coffee, and you're only going to get up to 4 years, or there's a possibility that you just get to go home. What did I say? These women need to be held accountable for the crimes that they're committing. This is bad.